All right, it is 12:05. I hope that everybody has gotten their food and their breaks and whatever stretches that they have. So let's talk about the Healthier You Challenge. This is my third or fourth time. I couldn't quite remember how many times I've participated in the Healthier You Challenge. But historic, like I did 1 year of just participating. Somebody else ran it, somebody who's retired now, somebody else ran it. And I did that one maybe two times. One of the times I won. Not gonna lie, I won one time. I was pretty proud of myself. But in years past, the primary purpose of the Healthier You Challenge has been to lose weight. That was the goal. We did all this percentage stuff where you I'm looking for my notes, sorry. Where you uh you started with your weight and then you told whoever was running it how much weight you lost, and we did percentage of weight loss based on what your starting point was. So I've ran it for the past two times, and last time we added weight loss, but we also tried recipes, trying to do healthier recipes so that you weren't going out to eat quite as much. So that's historically how the Healthier You Challenge has worked. This year, we are flipping it on its head. We're opening it up so that each person can choose whatever daily goal they want that fits their life, their values, their version of wellness. We don't want you to be tied down to a weight loss goal because maybe you don't need to lose weight, or maybe there are higher priorities. So your success in the Healthier You Challenge can come from movement. It can come from your food choices. It can come from creating connections to people, taking care of your stress levels, saving money, finding your purpose, learning, or environmental actions that you take, not just your scale. We hope that this will make the Healthier You Challenge more personal because you're choosing what it is and what actually matters to you. We hope that it's more inclusive. It's not just that physical wellness goal, but any of the 8 pillars of wellness can count, not only 8. Below the picture, you can see what those 8 pillars of wellness are: physical, nutritional, social, emotional, financial, spiritual, intellectual, and environmental. We also hope that this will be more sustainable. You're doing daily habits that you will continue doing after the contest ends. It's a 12-week challenge, and hopefully, after 12 weeks, they have stopped being an inconvenience and just have become a habit and part of who you are and part of your wellness journey. You can still choose a weight related habit, but we're hoping that doing a daily goal, it will focus on your behaviors and not necessarily what the outcome is. Um, we are hoping that choosing an intrinsic goal, something that is important to you, is will be more sustainable and will work better than an external goal of everybody choosing weight loss. When there's external motivation, you do it because you should do this, or you do it because you're driven by pressure and people, and you're comparing other people, or you want the prizes, or you feel guilty. And those type of goals can work in short bursts, but they're not sustainable. And once the external pressure fades, so does your motivation. When you choose an intrinsic and goal and something that you're passionate about, you do it because it matters to you, not to anybody else, but it is something that matters to you. You're driven by your own choices, by whatever value you have, what what has meaning to you and will be impactful to you, and doing something that hopefully you enjoy. And this will help you by supporting your consistency and um, having still that external follow up and follow through and reporting system. And when you choose something that is important to you, it is more likely to last beyond June 24th. So best practice is to choose a goal that you want to continue um, doing beyond when the competition happens. So some goals that you could make would be: I want to lose 10 pounds. which is great, but that's not a daily goal. That's not a pattern setting goal. So instead, you could say, I want to walk 30 minutes every day. You could say, I want to save money this spring. But that's very big picture and not something you can do every day. So instead, you can say, every day I'm going to review my spending for 5 minutes each day. You can say, I want to be less stressed. This is my goal. Cut out the stress. Rather than having that unattainable, like, how am I going to do that? Make the goal of taking 10 mindful breaths or meditate for 10 minutes. Or you can say, okay, every week I'm going to call mom. You don't want to call, I mean, maybe you want to call mom every day. maybe that's you, but you could say, I want to reach out to somebody that's supportive every single day. The goal is to be able to check and say, yes, I did this. I did this today. So let's talk about the 8 pillars of wellness. There are innumerable things that you could do. I just put a couple examples. For physical wellness, you could exercise for 20 minutes, do 10 minutes of yoga. You could floss your teeth if that's a struggle for you. You can park in the farthest parking spot whenever you go. Walk 8,000 feet. Nope, 8,000 steps. For nutritional goals, you can snack on fruit and veggies rather than crackers. You can drink X amount of water. Eat while you're not staring at a screen. Take your vitamins. Eliminate processed sugar. For social wellness, you can check in with somebody about what's going on in their life. You can do a small active service for somebody. You can work on saying people's names by greeting at least 5 people by name. For emotional wellness, you can journal. You can name your emotions. You can do 5 daily affirmations. You can reframe one negative thought that you're having, or you can do 5 minutes of deep breathing. These are just some of the ideas that I came up with. What are some ideas that you guys, just off the top of your head, think that you could do for physical or social or nutritional or emotional? You can put those in the chat, or you can just popcorn them out. What are some of your guys' ideas?
I'll jump in
Crystal
there.
says better sleep.
Yeah. So I ultimately rested. I think everything, I feel like so much is improved by just better sleep. So I think I'm going to focus on that. But I was kind of pinging between, it was funny you said, call your mom more. It's like some of us might benefit more from calling our mom less, depending on your relationship. But I was thinking also, I heard someone say that they would do like 10 push-ups before every virtual meeting,
Oh.
which case it'd be like really buff. But I think I'm going to stick with the sleep one.
Uh-huh. Take short walks throughout the day. Yeah. I would improve that one by saying I'm going to take like 2 short walks or 3 short walks, just to have like this number and this goal, uh, or a short walk. Yeah. Any other ideas? Okay, well, we're gonna do another, oh, I was not scrolling down. Meal prep to help with healthier snacking. Yes, bring your own food rather than going out to a restaurant. Keep track of your steps. Yep. Let's move on to the other 4. So for financial goals, think of some ideas here. You could keep track of your spending. You could read one article, tip, or fact about finance. Eat food or coffee from home rather than going out. So that saves you money. Use cash rather than a card. I know when I swipe my card, it's way easier to ignore how much money I'm spending. For spiritual, you could read an uplifting spiritual message every day, pray or meditate, memorize a meaningful scripture or other truth. You could be grateful for 3 things. For intellectual, intellectual goal, you could learn and use a new word, listen to an educational podcast, read 10 pages of a book, or use your non-dominant hand for one task. For environmental, you can turn off the lights when you leave a room. You can pick up 5 pieces of litter each day. You can make your bed before you leave the room. You could water, weed, or care for a plant. What are some other financial or spiritual or intellectual or environmental ideas that you could have that you could work on or somebody else could do every single day? Corey says, percentage complete rather than all or none. So instead of getting 0 for not hitting your step goal, you get 80%. So we are working on making this as flexible as you can so that you can meet your goals and not feel overwhelmed. Yeah, so, and the reporting is all based on you guys. Touch grass every day. I love that. I love that. There's something grounding about being on grass. One of the wellness web seminars I went to a couple years ago talked about going outside and facing the sun for 10 seconds every day. That's it. Just 10 seconds in the morning, facing the sun, getting some natural sunlight on you, and yeah, and noticing how that makes a difference. Carrie, the 100 envelopes book. I don't know what that is. What's that mean, Carrie? Look it up.
Well, it's a book. I'm trying to figure out how to turn the mic off. It's a book, and it goes from $1 to $100, and you just fill in the envelopes as you go along. So, like, say it's $1, you put $1 in there. If you have 40, if it's 40, you put $40 in there. If it's 35, you put 35 bucks in there. And at the end, it's over $5,000 that you saved. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. So every day you're putting like a little.
Well, you don't have to do it
in.
every day, but I just do it like when I have some extra cash. If I have cash in my wallet, I stick it in the book.
Interesting. All right, that's cool. Heather says practice saying no and being okay with it. Yes, say no 1 time a day. Say, I know that that's a problem for me. Okay. So here's how the challenge works. You choose whatever daily goal that you're going to be doing. You pick a habit that fits into your life and that can be tracked every day. You sign up. So here is the QR code if you want to, or let me put the link in again that you can click and sign up. Use the form to enter what your goal is. If you want to track more than one goal, so if you're like Crystal was like, oh, I don't know, I was doing sleep or maybe something else. If you want to do 1 goal or 8 goals, whatever you want, however many you want, but every time you sign up for a goal, choose a new person so that you're reporting, like each person represents a different goal. So I'm not going to control how many times you want, like what kind of goals you want, but I would encourage you to be sustainable, something that you can do. Don't overwhelm yourself. But if you're like, oh, this 1 goal, I could do more than that, go ahead and push yourself a little bit. You're going to track it every single day. And then every Wednesday, I'll send an email out or I'll put a task on your calendar to report what it is. And then on Fridays, I will send an update out saying how everybody did based on the avatars. So this is completely anonymous unless you tell people who the person is that is doing the goal and what their specific goal is. The avatars that I provide may give a hint about a generalization of what the goal is, but they're not saying what the actual goal is. On the sign up, there's also the opportunity for you to sign up or to join a Teams chat. If you feel like you'd like a little bit more external help or you want to be part of the group, you can say, yes, sign me up for the Teams chat, and I will add you to the Teams chat. Again, there is absolutely no expectation when you're on the Teams chat that you say, oh, I am Cleopatra or Amelia Earhart or Pharaoh, whatever the historical figure is. You're just there to give people daily like boosts and say, yay, good job. Okay, so we already talked about this. So this year's avatars are people. Okay, this year's avatars are people in history who have made a big impact. Now, based on your view of thank you, Jennifer. Please bear in mind that anything on Teams will be subject to public disclosure, so be mindful of how personal you share it. Yes, be aware that anything that we say can go out. Thank you, Jennifer. So the avatars are people who have made an impact on history, sometimes positive, sometimes negative, especially when people have different viewpoints of history. So each goal has its own avatar. If you want multiple goals, just submit the form multiple times. And these separate avatars make it easier to track your individual habits. Uh, Okay, so if you're ready, Helga Hufflepuff, historical, Heather. If you are ready, sign up. You can use the QR code or use the link that I just put in. Pick a daily habit, fill out the form for each goal that you want to enter, and then report every Wednesday. Let me show you what reporting is going to look like. Let me get over there. Nope, that's the sign up. Preview. Okay, so here's what the signups looks like. It'll have your avatar, and you pick whoever your avatar is. So if you're Genghis Khan, you pick Genghis Khan, and then you report. You say which week am I reporting for? So April 1st through 7th. On the 8th, you'll be reporting for that. So you would say week 1 if this is your first week. And then you pick which days you did your personal goals. If you did 5 days, you get 5 points. If you did all 7 days, you get 7 points. That being said, if you're doing 3 or 4 different goals and you are killing it on those goals and you're just like doing awesome on everything, uh, I'm not going to allow you to be, I'm going to submit leaderboards, like first place, second place, third place. I'm just going to put you on first place for one of them, because I do want other people to feel successful also. So you can't dominate the leaderboard with your 15 different goals. And then, so you choose your whatever days you were successful, and then if there's anything that you want to share, you share it with us and hit submit. If you have more than one, you just say submit another response and say, oh, look, I'm Vivaldi. I'm reporting for week 1. I only did my goal on Thursday and Saturday. That's okay, submit. And that's it. It takes 15 seconds to do. It's super easy. So that's how the reporting goes. Does anybody have any questions about the Healthier You competition? Crystal!
Yeah, if I'm not here for a reporting period, can I catch up when I return, like from leave?
Heck yeah, that's
Okay,
fine.
thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, no problem. I anticipate, like, I know last year we had people who were reporting like 2 or 3 weeks at a time. Uh, yeah, I'm not gonna close off any reporting. It is the exact same form for the entire time. If you did it last year, every week was a different form because we had to put different recipes on. But this is the exact same form every single time. Any other questions? Any other ideas, creative ideas on what you think uh, could be an easy, doable daily goal for you? And think outside the box. As I was thinking, I was like, oh, I could, like, I was thinking about my mom, and she used to dance. Like, part of her exercises, she would just, I'd walk into her bedroom and she was dancing uh in her bedroom just for exercise. So you could say, I'm gonna dance for 3 songs or a song a day, or just do something that is fun and sustainable and whatever it is that you want that is going to help you out. All right, if there's no other questions, comments, I hope everybody signs up. I hope we have a good time, and I hope that this helps you guys out. Oh, Kathy, thank you.
I I was just wondering, when I first signed up, it said something about picking up, up to 10 avatars or whatever. I think I like picked 3.
Uh-huh.
but I only had the one goal on there, so I guess I'm confused about picking multiple avatars for
Yeah,
goals or
that's a
whatever.
great question. The reason why I have you pick multiple avatars is like at this point, we could have all, how many people do we have in the meeting? Uh, all 22 people signing up at the exact same time. And if everybody signed up for Amelia Earhart, I would pick the first person who chose Amelia Earhart and then move on to like if you chose Amelia Earhart but somebody else already had that, then I'd move on to your next choice.
Oh, I understand. Okay, so it's basically our top 3, 4, 5
Yeah.
choices, not the one
Yeah.
that we're going to actually have assigned. And when do we find out which one it is?
My goal is to send it by the end of the week.
Okay, no problem. All right, Grace,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. That's a great question. Any other questions? Oh, thanks, Crystal. You're very kind. Okay, well, have a wonderful rest of your lunch. I hope to see all your signups, and I look forward to having fun doing this healthier you exercise. Talk to you guys later.
Thank you, Grace.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Brenda.